In this video, I'm going to show you how to design your funnel pages, which means we are going to be using the page builder in this video. Now, I do want to warn you that I'm not going to actually be going into the nitty-gritty of how the page builder works, because there's just simply too much to cover in one video. So if you aren't already familiar with it, you can check out the dedicated training series on it, but I'm going to be operating as if you are already pretty familiar and comfortable with using the page builder. So let's dive in, and we are going to navigate over to our funnels by clicking on funnels over here on the left-hand side. And I'm just going to continue working in the funnel we were working on previously, which is my funnel. And to design our funnel pages, all we're going to do is navigate to the page we would like to work on and click Edit Page. That's then going to bring up our page builder and we can start designing our funnel pages. So the first thing we're going to do is add a template, because we have a set of pre-designed templates for each specific type of page. So as you see, we have a bunch of opt-in pages over here and opt-in templates. I'm going to select the first selection here, and we're going to keep it very simple. Go with this very, very simple opt-in page, but you can click through and choose which ones you like. And you can see that there are previews, so you'll be able to see what sort of template you're applying to your page in the first place. I'm going to keep it simple, stick with this one, and apply that to my current page. I'm going to replace the content and the style and hit apply. So now that template and the style of that template have been applied to my page. And I can go ahead and customize this and edit it as much as I want. I can do anything that I can do in the page builder here in the funnels. So if there is anything that you want to do specific to your funnels, then go ahead and do it here. Now, the one thing I do want to make sure is that my button is actually taking me to the next step of my funnel. I don't want a button that doesn't do anything. I want to make sure that my button is taking my leads where they need to go. So I'm going to click on this button to get the settings for it, and you'll see that it is an opt-in form. And here I can make a bunch of different changes. So the first thing that I will want to change is the items. What information am I collecting over here? And you can see that currently I'm just collecting an email address, but I want to add a name as well. So I'm going to hit the Add Field button, and I'm going to select my first name. You'll see that when I hit that, you can add as many different fields as you want, depending on the information you're wanting to collect on your leads. You can also go ahead and rearrange these, and I'm going to drag the first name above the email address. Now, it's important to note that this opt-in form is going to show up in a pop-up. So if I want to view that, I'm just going to hit the preview mode, and I'm going to click on that button, and I can get a good idea of what that pop-up is going to look like. So I'm going to exit preview mode. And also, if I want to change the style of this pop-up, you'll see here in settings, I have a pop-up selection over here. I can click edit and I can change all of these style settings for it. So that is one way that you can change the pop-up that your opt-in form is using. If you don't want your opt-in form to be in a pop-up, you can also change that setting as well. So you'll see over here, we have our display setting. Currently it says in pop-up. You can change that to be on the page instead. But I'm going to leave it in a pop-up. And then I also want to make sure that my button is redirecting to the next step of my funnel. So you'll see here, after submission, redirect, it's taking me to my next step, which is the bridge page. If I click on that, you'll see that it opens up a few more settings for the redirect. And I'm making sure that it is going to the next funnel step, and it's not going somewhere else. It's going simply to the next funnel step. You can make it open in a new tab or not. I'm going to leave it as no. And then you can choose your funnel path. Now in the next video, I am going to talk about funnel paths and making decision trees within your funnels. So that's where this is going to come into play. Currently, we only have one path, so they're going to be taken down path 1. And then you will see the actions that are going to take place and which step they're going to be taken to after they have submitted this opt-in form. So anything you want to do within this design, you can go ahead and do. You can customize this completely by simply playing with the settings over here. So like I said, if you are already familiar with the page builder, anything you can do in the page builder, you can do right here. So now that I've designed our first page, I want to navigate back to my funnel and go on into the next page. So, I didn't publish my page. So I don't have a preview of my page. That page is not live, it's not going to work. So I need to actually go back into the page. Now, one of the ways I noticed that my page wasn't published is 1, there's no preview of that page. And 2, I still have my warning over here that actions aren't going to trigger unless there is a link to the next funnel step. So because I haven't actually published this page, that button, that although it is working, it's not, because it's not published. So I need to just go back into this page and I need to hit publish. And now that this page is published, that warning will be gone and I'll be able to have a preview of this page. So I'm going to go back to my funnel and you'll see warning is gone, nice preview of my page. And you'll see that I have those warnings throughout. And that is because we need to have those links to the next funnel step. So I can now go ahead and quickly design out the rest of my pages by simply using those funnel templates. And if I decide to use the same style set, it's going to be incredibly easy. So again, I'm just going to jump into my bridge page over here, click edit page, add a template, and then select that same style set over here, select my bridge template and apply it to my page. I'm going to replace the content and the style. And again, I just want to make sure that that button is taking me to the right place. So you'll see here, I have what it says, all of those button settings, and then my redirect is taking me to my sales page. So I just want to double check that it is taking me to the next sales step. It's going to show me what actions are taking place and the next funnel step that we are going to go to. So again, it's incredibly quick and easy in using our templates. And you'll see as I go through these that each page has their own dedicated template. So again, using a dedicated page for a dedicated purpose is going to make your life a lot easier because you will have access to these dedicated templates that already function and work. So you don't have to stress about completely designing everything and making sure that the right things are going to happen depending on whether or not your button is working. It's all already working for you in the system. So there's very little nitty-gritty stuff that you have to do. It's all well designed and ready to go. The only times that you might want to change something is if you have a secondary button that says no thanks and you want to redirect them to a different path. But like I said, we're going to get to that in the next video. So I'm going to navigate back to my funnel and I'm just going to go ahead and apply a template to the rest of these pages. Again, I forgot to publish my page, so there's no preview and I still have my warning. So again, I'm going to go back in there and I'm going to publish my page. Now that's probably a mistake that you're going to make at some point. So it's a good thing I've made that twice. Run that point home. All right, navigating back to my funnel. And we're going to go to the next page. So I have my sales page. I'm going to edit that, choose my template, and you'll see that we have a few different options here for our sales page. Again, I can scroll through the preview here and choose which one I want to apply. I'm just going to stick with the first one, apply that to my page. There we go. And I want to publish it. Now I'm pretty confident that this button is going to be redirecting us to the next page, but let's just, 3 times the charm. We'll double check. So it is taking us to our checkout page. It's very quick and easy to check where we are going. So I'm going to navigate back to my funnel again by clicking on that icon. Let's go over to the next page, which is our checkout page. And like I said in the previous video, well, in the pages video, you're going to see that this is pretty much a checkout module. So this is very important that you do use a checkout page for the checkout purpose. So here you can see we have our checkout module there with some other information. I quite like this template. We have a few different variations. Let's change it up and not go with the basic one that I keep using at the very beginning. I'm going to be a little bit different, choose number 3. So let's go ahead and use this one. I'm going to apply that to the page, replace the content and style. And there we go. I want to make sure that I am publishing this page as well. And this checkout module is fully functional, so it is going to collect all of their details. Now, if there is anything in the checkout module that you would like to change or edit, you're going to simply click on that and you can go ahead and change whatever settings you want to change here within the checkout module settings. So it's pretty straightforward. Anything that you want to change, you can. You can also create an offer bump, you can add consent, you can do whatever you want. You can also change the fields. You can change to hide or show the fields. You can change your billing settings, which billing fields you would like to show or hide, and the same with shipping. So those are a few of the settings for the checkout module. And I'm not going to go into too much detail on the checkout module in this video, but you'll be able to play around with this and choose how you would like to customize your checkout module. All right, I'm going to go ahead. I have published this page. All right, so I'm going to navigate back to my funnel, and then I'm going to go down to my next page, which is my upsell page. So I'm just going through each of these so that you can get an idea of the different templates that we have for each of the different page types. So I'm going to add a new template, go to my style set over here, and we can see, let's go with this one that's got the little progress bar. I like that. And we're going to apply that to the page, replace the content and style. And there you go. I like this one because your order is still in progress. Don't close this page. The offer isn't available. So putting a little bit of pressure on them, like, hey, you're never going to get this again. And we can also, I'm just going to change the price because I do believe that our little upsell offer was $25 and not $99. So there we go. And again, you can go through each of these elements in the page builder and change the different settings available for each one. So again, everything is fully customizable and you can go ahead and completely edit it to what you need it to be. So there we go. Again, I'm going to go ahead and publish this page. That is our upsell page. And then I want to go back to my funnel. There we go. And I believe we just have our thank you page now. Yep, there we go. So I'm going to just edit that thank you page. And again, we have a bunch of different options. I'm going to select this one that has a few steps here. Step 1, check your email. Step 2, open the link. All right, and I'm going to apply that to my page. There we go. And again, I'm just going to publish that. And off we go. So that is how you can quickly and easily design your funnel pages. Of course, you are going to want to customize each of these pages to fit your actual offer and your brand, but it is very quick and easy to simply apply those templates and customize them. So we make it super easy for people who aren't necessarily designers. So you can just apply a pre-designed template and customize it, making your life as easy as possible. So that's pretty much everything you need to know about designing your pages. If you want to do more advanced designs, you can, of course, check out that training on the Page Designer, which is going to give you all the tools you need to design absolutely anything in the system. So check that out so that you can further customize your pages in a way that makes you feel really good. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to create branching decision trees or funnel paths in your funnels. I'll see you there.